What is up, everyone? Welcome to EOE and Radio TV. It's your girl, Miosha. What?
It's Miosha Mingli, the nail tech, CEO's finest.
And it's your boy, Sir Boss the Dog. You already know
What is up, everyone, and welcome back for our episode number 4 of A Love Affair. And today we are going to be tackling I think a very controversial, hard topic dealing with relationships. Can you love someone too much? Can you love someone too much? But before we get into that, we want to do our little announcement. The only announcement that I have is that everyone knows me and Miss Smiley went to the Tour of Eight Sneakers Ball. It was a really nice event. The winner was this guy named Dominique Brown, who won first place, a $1,400 prize. The EOE Radio TV team will have him on an upcoming show talking about his personal business, which is Black owned, his whole start to finish relationship with the Soul Wars collab, and how he feels about winning. So that is what I have in my announcement. What about you, Spit? Do you have anything you want to announce?
Ladies first, please. Miss Nail Tech.
Oh yeah. For anyone in Springfield watching, I am located in Springfield now. Get at me, Instagram _Miosha, Facebook Miosha Mingli. Type in nails, ladies.
Y'all, and Mr. Bar.
Yes. I'm in Williamsburg, Virginia this weekend. Maurice, my bro, my big guy, and the whole youth organization is having a big roast today on Saturday, I should say. So I'll be checking it out. And also, shout to Jay Blunt, my brother, Smoking Blunt Shop. That is Brooklyn Walmart. You got Walmart.com. All that. Get your recipes up. You got sauces, all kinds of sauces, chocolate sauces, hot sauces, mild sauces, sauces with sauce, whatever you need. That's on Facebook.
I can't deal with him. Was that a whole sponsorship? Did you just sponsor? Well, shit, this show has been sponsored by Patron and orange juice.
Hey, and the fine folks at Modelo, and the fine folks over at Modelo, don't forget them. Appreciate everything you do for us. Keep the coach going.
For false sponsorship.
Patron.
Ill product placement.
Listen. Now going back, like real talk to the Sneakers Ball, I'm not even gonna lie. So my nails, hair, and makeup was done by Miss Miosha Mingling, and my stylist Kiana. How when I tell you they did that, me and Miss Brown was looking like a whole fucking entree, fucking snack. I gotta show y'all a video clip of how popping we go. Just hold 1 second. We'll be right back.
I'm just a sneakerhead. I'm just a sneakerhead. I'm just a sneakerhead. Sneakerhead. I'm just a sneakerhead. I'm just a sneakerhead. I'm just a sneakerhead. I'm so addicted.
Yeah,
that was dope.
My stylist. We did that.
That was dope. That was definitely dope.
That was nice. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was dope. That was litty. I like the little 360.
Did you say just a 360 thing?
Can you hear me?
The thing go around. It's the thing.
No, I'm talking about my outfit, my hair, my nails, my makeup.
Oh, you was out there.
Nails by Ming.
Oh boy, it was a whole slave job. I like it. She was put together this. Hey, look.
That's what I did that. But anyway, you guys, this is a tough one. Loving someone too much, is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Can you do that?
Personally, for me, no. For someone else, yes.
Why personally no for you? Why
Yeah,
do you think
I'm a dog.
Look,
Like,
look.
I'm a dog?
You
I'm
know
a
that?
dog.
Look, damn it.
like,
Hard
okay,
out
let's
there,
be
this shit.
serious. Let me be serious. I ain't a rock router. I'm a chihuahua. But
They bite too, though. Shit. They bite too.
listen, so I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like loving someone too much is like giving too much of you. Like, I mean, if you're over loving someone, I mean, it not if they're giving you back the same love, but if you're over loving, that's giving too much of yourself. Because what's over loving?
I mean,
Define over loving.
I don't want to say, I'm just from my standpoint, right? When I was presented with the statement, I kind of felt like you felt, because that would mean that you could lose yourself in that person. But, however, the only reason why I say that can't be 100% true is because you could overlove someone but not lose yourself. Like, for instance, I love music, right? I chase everything dealing with what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's my passion. That's my dream. That's myself. I stick true to my core values. That's myself. I stand by what I stand for. That's myself. Now, in the relationship aspect, I try to hope that I hit every corner in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Is making sure I make that fulfilled. So, meaning, like, if you could overlove, I think maybe you could do too damn much sometimes, sort of thing. Like, you don't lose yourself, but you can give too much of yourself. Make sense?
But who's to say you're over your loving? You, your partner, or people around you guys?
What if the person that's being loved tells you?
Right.
I don't know. I
If
think
a person
in a
that you're loving is
relationship
saying you're
where
over loving, that obviously means you're clouding their space. You're doing too much.
basically, yeah, that's what that means. Like, when you love someone too much, you're suffocating that person. Like, you're
Right.
not allowing them the opportunity to be them, to give them their me time. Like, you're suffocating them. Like, your partner is likely to think that you are like over possessive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're over possessive in a relationship, your relationship is destined to fail. Like, it's not going to work. Like, you have to be able to have
Some men like females like that.
clingy
Some
females.
men feel like if somebody ain't over loving, they ain't loving them at all.
But see, now here's the thing, right? I like that perspective of how you just presented, like, clingy, but that's not the situation. It's not a clingy thing. It ain't like we could do without seeing each other. We do see each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're annoying. I don't know if I'm annoying to you, but you get what I mean? It's like, I don't know. That's a wild statement to make, especially coming from the person that's being receiving the love. So if I'm the giver and the recipient tells the giver, hey, I think you overlooked me. I don't know what to fucking say. Like, it's just odd, like I don't know what to do with it. Like, that's like, how do you?
See, why I can be an overlover is because if someone telling me I'm overloving them, that's it. That's all. So was it really love? Because I'm gonna be like, bye, nigga.
No,
So what's that
loving
love?
someone. So there's a difference between loving someone and loving someone too much. So loving someone means like you respect each other's boundaries.
Okay,
Loving someone too much is when you are dismantling those boundaries. It's about boundaries. You know what I mean?
okay,
With your love. Like
okay.
loving somebody and then loving somebody too much is all about boundaries. And you can't do that. Like when you're not respecting someone's boundaries and you're suffocating them, you are loving them too much. Like I don't think people want.
Is it
I hear people say
love?
people want to be
Are you
no.
clingy?
Nah, what I'm saying, what if it's not that? What if that's not the? What if that's not the aspect of overloving? What if that's not the avenue of the issue? Let's say that. Like what you said could be a source of over level, over quality, overbearing. God darn it, you're just always in the way. You won't let me get me. I'm trying to go with the girls. You keep on interrupting that. If that avenue is not love, we gotta look at another avenue. Where's the other aspect of over loving coming from there? Because we don't have
Sometimes
that.
it's giving me clingy, obsessed vibes.
Meaning how? Because now you said something that's unfair because 99.9% of Americans who believe in monogamy do not want to share their spouse. So you can't, when you say that, it's like that's everything.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, how do you know it's loving over loving? Because some people might take it as, oh, she's clingy or you're obsessed with me. I'm gonna probably take it like, okay, obsession, like, but I don't know. I'm not everybody, so
I don't know. I think it's about respecting boundaries. You can love someone, be in love with someone, and as long as you're respecting their boundaries, but when you start dismantling somebody's boundaries and
that's a
your own
problem.
boundaries, when you start showing up for them more than you're showing up for yourself, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're going out your way to do everything to make that person happy, but you're no longer happy because you're giving everything that you have to that person, that's loving them too much. That's a boundary that's been crossed. That's your own personal boundary that has been crossed. That means you have lost yourself in this person so much. You're taking away from you to give to them, and the shit might not even be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So there's
Right.
consequences to loving someone too much. You know what I mean? Loving someone too much is a real thing. Like therapists, they talk about it all the time. They break down the consequences. There's 5 consequences.
It's breaking up.
And the first one is loving too much. It's not breaking up. Loving too much can make your partner complacent. When your lover feels too much, you're taking them for granted. For example, like if you've been hurt by their actions, or words but never expressed it. Like, do you feel like the effort was put into working on the relationship, but you feel like you're being selfless, and your reasoning is clouded. You know what I'm saying? When they know that you take care of everything, then you're likely to take advantage of it. So it can make your partner feel like you've been getting my hair done every week, you've been getting my nails done every week, you've been buying me clothes every week. I need that all the time. Keep doing that. Keep getting my hair done, keep getting my nails done, keep buying me clothes. They get used to that shit. And in the very moment that you can't do it, it's a problem. They become complacent, they become dependent on it, and they expect it. You know what I'm saying? And that's your fault because you kept giving them everything that they wanted, loving them too fucking much. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's my
Now,
For me, I guess I'm 34 and I guess I haven't overloved because I'm a walk away. I won't give a fuck. Like, I'm not, as soon as you say I'm doing too much or something, like, I'm gone. But at the same time, I'm gonna be like, well, that wasn't love because I can walk away easily. So I don't know. Like, over loving is like you're kind of being, you take it away from yourself. You're being stupid for the next person. Love them as much as they love you. I ain't saying you can't love them a little bit more, but loving somebody totally more than I'm loving myself is not going to happen. When it do happen, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I just overloved, but not happening.
I want to touch on something Miss J said, and it's going to kind of give us a bridge away from that main topic to what you said that makes sense though. Because now here go the trick to the whole text of overlove. Miss J said something that I think we ain't catch the vibe. She said this: you'll give a person so much you keep giving them and keep giving them everything they ask for. So now we have another question we gotta ask. Because there's one thing before two, it all gotta make sense, right? So am I the fool for reciprocating what's being asked for by my loved one, or they being abusive of my kind-hearted nature?
I think it's kind of both, actually. Because first of all, it's one thing I'm doing something because I want to, and then it's one thing I'm doing something because you keep asking me to. And it's feel like, well, am I buying your love at this point?
Right. It becomes a consequence. Loving too much can make your partner become complacent when they're not even asking for it. They're not asking for you to do these things for
That's
them.
what
You
I would
just know
think. Yeah,
if you a real person like me, listen,
you
I'm a
gonna do for your
listener.
partner.
I'm a listener. So if I hear you saying, "Oh, I need some shoes," I'm gonna copy you those. If I hear you saying, "Oh, I may not have enough money for rent," I'm paying that rent for you. If I hear you saying, "Oh, I'm low on groceries," I'm going to get you groceries. I'm having them shit delivered to your house because that's
But
my
they're
love
not
language. That's
asking you
how
for it. You're
right.
doing it because you love them.
Yeah,
Now,
because I
I'm gonna
love
take
them.
this.
But
I'm gonna show you a flip to it, right? Now, here's the flip to it. Take away the monetary nonsense and add feeling. They ask you for things like, hey, can you not do this? Or hey, can you not do that? Or hey, you get what I'm saying? And these are all things that are designed to be stated to make sure that you let them know that their spot is secure in your life. So it's a good notion because I do agree with the notion you are supposed to let your mate know that they are the one they are secure, no issues they get. So I do believe in doing that. The same aspect applies when it comes to buying shoes or buying a bag. The greed aspect can be applied to the feeling like, okay, if I ask you to do this, he'll do it. So then I do this one thing, then you ask me, can I change this one thing? Slowly but surely, that's when you start chipping away at yourself and you start metamorphosizing into what that person is trying to mold you into be. Now, that's not always necessarily a bad thing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes you could be doing things that could really be off-putting to people. And there's nothing wrong with someone gently giving you a nudge to stop doing something that could be off-putting and even detrimental to your relationship. That's good. That's kudos. But if it's stuff that's not detrimental, that's when it's the issue. It's like now you bullying the relationship. Like you want to have it your way. Are you monitoring what I'm doing and why you're doing it? You know what I mean? It's like that's when you still get to that question: is it love or is it you just want to know where I'm at, what I'm doing? You know, and that's that over loving shit. You already compensated. You created this monster you have now. So now when this monster feels like they want to ask you for this thing and you don't give it, you have a situation.
my take is on it, like, because you know what I mean, the consequences that I'm sharing out tonight on the show actually come from relationship experts, counselors, and things like that. They say the number one consequence to loving someone too much, because loving someone too much is a real thing, is loving too much can make your partner come complacent. I'm gonna give you a prime example. You get with somebody and they're solid, like they take care of their business. An echo. Okay, hey Asia. Is it am I echoing? Is Fit echoing or is Miosha echoing?
Hello.
Hey, everybody say hey to Miss Asia.
Hey, Miss Asia, how
Hello.
you doing? Hey, I'm gonna do this, right? I think when you talk, I'm gonna just mute. So maybe any background noise is not coming through. That's
Okay,
all.
let me mute.
I can't see. I go ahead.
Okay, so it sounds like Miosha, the echo was coming from you because I don't hear it anymore now that you muted. So what we'll do is when we go to talk, unmute. When we're not talking, mute, and that would be the easiest thing. You and Mel, hey y'all, hey. So Miss J and Spit, I think that's what she's saying is yeah, we're the culprits. But again, loving too much. Okay, so like I was saying, so you could be with somebody and they solid, right? They handle their own business, they paying their own bills, they do everything. And y'all start your relationship off and they like, I want to meet you halfway. So when we go out, if I ask you to go out, I'm going to pay for the dinners or whatever. If I take you somewhere, I'm going to pay. But if you ask me to go, you're going to pay. But if it's something that we decide to do together, we're going to go 50-50. And if there's something that you need, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go 50-50 on it. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to meet you halfway, because they're trying to show you that they in and they want to take care of everything. But they're not going to do everything. But the type of person you are, you so in love and you want this person to love you because you love them so much and you so fucking smitten by them. You like, you know what? You ain't even gotta go 50-50 on me. I don't care if you initiate the event or I'm initiating the event, or if it's something that we need collectively, I'm gonna take care of that for you. And even though this person is solid and they've already shown you, I will meet you in the middle, I will meet you halfway. The very moment that you start loving them too much and saying, fuck it, I'm gonna take over and I'm paying for everything, that person, as solid as they are, they gonna get used to that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get used to you doing everything by yourself. You know what I mean? So they're not going to be thinking about, okay, I need to go 50-50 with her, or I need to go 50-50 with him no more, because he or she did this. He or she took over, took flight, been taking care of everything, paying everything, and they clearly cool with it. That's why the therapist saying that loving someone too much like that will make the partner become complacent. So it's going to be that one time where you like, I can't pay the whole fucking thing, and you expect them to come with 50-50, and they like, well, hold up, bitch, you've been paying it all this time. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a problem, and that's my rant, and so you guys go.
I'm gonna need, oh, you unmuted me. You got it? I'm here. Can you hear me? Say no more, I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree with that. That's the greed, though. You know, greed is a thing that has sucked the life out of anything. So, you know, like, once you start the machine, you can't stop it. That's the reality of it. You can't stop it. So you're going to have to navigate the waters without disturbing the reef. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're not bleeding, you can swim with piranhas. Period. But if you bleed, you better not step in that water, Jack. You know what I'm saying? So it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? If you're not bleeding, you can jump in there with a piranha. They ain't gonna mess with you. But if you bleed, one ounce, they got you. So, you know, I think you had some good points, and you're right, and you're valid. Like, it's you can't become complacent. You can't make them complacent. You know what I'm saying? And we do that. You know what I'm saying? So the trick is how to not overlove. Mute you.
I don't know. Before we get into how to not overlap, I mean, because that's hard. Like, if you're that type of person, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard not to be you. You know what I'm saying? It's just that people need to know, like, you can overlove somebody, and there are consequences. And the first one was loving too much can make your partner come complacent. But the second one is you will develop an unhealthy dependency.
Right, they get used to everything you're doing, so now they like, oh no, like you've been doing it. Like, what's the problem?
Exactly. Too much love can also mean too much dependency. That person starts depending on you. You know what I'm saying? And like, do you?
But as an overlover, where do you put your foot down? Like, no.
Yeah.
Or you just so busy overloving that you just let it keep going until they done took everything you damn got.
Yeah, because if you've given all the control to your partner, it will only leave you paralyzed if the relationship ends in the future, because you've given them so much control. It's going to develop a unhealthy, right? It's going to be an unhealthy dependency, right?
True. That's why I'm not an overlover, and I don't want to sound harsh. Like, I'm going to give as much as you giving, but I mean, like, it's sad to say it's 2022. If you ain't doing it for yourself, I ain't doing it for you.
I mean, that's a bad. That's 100,000.
But like you said, they're doing it for themselves. So, but when you start doing it, now they depended on you to do it. Like, what happened to the person that was trying to be 50-50? You did too much for them. So it's like a kid. You spoiled them, and now they acting weird.
Oh man, beyond weird. You can't even beat it away. It's just there.
Yeah, it's just including your health. Yeah, I mean, you can, like, you depend on them. You depend on them for everything, like, you know what I mean? And then they're depending on you because, shit, let me tell you, when you in a relationship and you trying to do those romantic dates and those romantic getaways and all that, that shit become costly. And then the person is like, okay, I don't got to do that, like, you know what I mean? So they might pick up an additional shopping habit, like, oh, he or she gonna take care of all of this so I can burn.
She got it. I'm gonna keep my bag.
Exactly. Keep their bag. You know what I'm saying? And now they depending on you. They depending on you getting them stuff. That's like
it's not fair for an overlover. But for an overlover is just like, where do you stop? You know what I mean? Where do you put your foot down? Because a motherfucker gonna keep doing it or let you go as far as they, you know what I mean?
I mean, you the one.
Let me ask you this question. And that's the second one. Let me ask you this question. Okay, say y'all spend $300 a month on groceries, right? And that's what you used to spending. But then you have this person that comes in like, I love you. I want to feed you. I want to make sure you eat. I care about you. I love you that much. They start paying that $300 grocery bill every month. It's been 6 months in, they paying this $300 grocery month. And that 7 months come around and you got to cash out that fucking $300. Do you think that you ain't going to have a dependency on that because they've been doing it for
No, well, I'm going to be like, shit, I got so many 300s from these months saved up. Let me take care of that, babe.
I mean,
that's just me though. Like some people are users, no matter how dependent they acted when you first got with them. If you using me now, you was a user in the fucking beginning. I don't care how dependent you are becoming. You're using me.
I see. The thing is, right? I'm gonna speak from a little bit of experience with me, right? It's the other way around. I give everything away. I don't give a shit. I don't require nothing. Like I'm so simple to please. Give me some blunt, some beer, and a decent lady. I'm okay. You know what I mean? We can rock out like that, but
give him a six pack of Modelo.
You feel me? The Modelo, baby, I'm rocking. Like I can't lose. But I give you the world. All I ask for you is just to love me. That's all you got to do. Love me and let me know that you want to be with me. Tell me, show me, let me know. Don't let me assume. Don't let me guess.
Yeah, it's basically an overlover. I don't now that I feel like everything you said. I don't feel like it's nothing wrong to be an overlover, but like you said, it's boundaries. But then at a certain point in time, if somebody feel like you're overloving and they doing too much, it's like they using you at this point. So like, are you the bad person or them?
Yeah, but initially they may not be, you know what I'm saying, using you. It's like an adjustment. So, you know, loving too much can make your partner complacent. You will develop an unhealthy dependency, you and that person. And then the third consequence is you will have no spare time and lose track of reality. Because when you overlove somebody, what happens? Because when you're that in love with somebody and you're that smitten with somebody, your homegirl gonna call you like, yo, girl, let's go to the club. You can be like, no, fuck, I'm at home with babe. We have a movie night with wine and shit. Walking tacos.
I'm with my babe.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I'm with my babe.
You know what? You're right. Watching the projector
you will have no time to spare and lose track of reality when you love that much. When you're just loving someone, you're not too in love with them, you will find time for your homegirls. You will find time for your cousin. You will find time for your coworkers. It's not gonna be every time somebody reach out to you like, oh no, I'm with babe. Oh no, I'm with babe. I know. And then your family and friends gonna be like, well, they ain't gonna like babe. They gonna be like, yeah, fuck babe, because like I don't know the whole.
Damn, you used to come to Sunday dinner.
You better start dragging bands around with you.
The therapist say when you make your partner the center of your universe, you tend to ignore everything that used to make you happy. You used to love hitting the club, turn the club up with your homegirls, Friday and Saturday. You love doing all the company functions and you know what I'm saying, being around.
And instead of people looking at you like an overlover, they looking at babe like, damn, since you done got with babe, you ain't doing shit. So it's babe making you stay at home and do all this, but it's really you.
You know,
but with this also, go ahead, Spit.
No, go ahead.
With this also, you lose boundaries. You lose sight of what your wants are. Like you could be like, your deal breakers. Like, I'm not gonna date somebody that smokes cigarettes, but oh, it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with this person that smokes cigarettes. Or like, you know what I mean? Because if that's your boundary, like, you know what I mean? Like because you love that person so much and you don't even notice that it's happening. And I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest story. Back in the day, and you know, Miosha could probably tell you too, I did not let nobody smoke cigarettes in my house. period. I ain't play that way. It's not going down. My mama could not smoke cigarettes in my house, right? I would make my mom go outside to my garage and smoke cigarettes. My best friend came over one day and she was like, let me go outside, smoke this cigarette. And my dude at the time, who is now my legal husband or whatever, he was like, oh no, you ain't gotta go outside. You can smoke in here. My best friend was like, bitch, let me find out you let this nigga smoke in this house. You send your mama outside to smoke cigarettes. I didn't even notice I was letting this man smoke cigarettes in my house. Like on everything. Had no
Everybody else still going outside.
Everybody still going outside. I was like,
this nigga looking at y'all like y'all cold as hell through the window.
Deal breakers. That was a
In the room like
I'm not even gonna lie. That was a deal breaker for me. Don't you smoke in my shit. I don't want my house. I'm not with it. I'm not playing that game. Listen, when my mama found out that I let that man smoke in my house, she came. She walked through every room. She petty, like, and I hadn't even known. I noticed it, and I was like, damn, I must really love this dude because that was a boundary and a deal breaker for me. I didn't play that way. You will lose track of your reality loving somebody too much. And that's just a real thing. It is.
100%. I agree.
Yeah. It happens when you know real love. I might have been so hurt and stuff that I can't overlove. So I've been through so much. I'm like, as soon as you're a little bit there, I walk away quickly. A motherfucker ain't got to be doing nothing. I didn't walk away from motherfuckers that was doing right by me. So,
damn.
I might be on the opposite end. I might have somebody overloving, and I've kind of ran over that. You know what I mean?
So you know the adverse thing to that is when you do that and you have something you ain't realize you had, you fuck around and lose it and never get it back sometimes. So
yeah, and you be salty for real, like damn,
real
like
shit.
Motherfucking fuck with me, and now
you fuck around and have a good person that really cares for you and really did any and everything above and beyond for you, and because you didn't know how to reciprocate the shit,
right?
You fucked it
Right.
up. You might not ever get that back. Like you might not ever get that back. You might end up the worst nigga in the world. Like what the fuck happened?
Right. You might be watching movies on the sidewalk.
Yeah, you know ain't no nigga ever put his hands on me. They never hit me with a rock and slapping the shit out of that. We he lost his job. Fuck out of here. Come here.
I think love is in the eye of the beholder. I think, like therapist said again, loving someone too much is a real thing, but sometimes people don't mind loving someone too much. And I know I've loved a couple of people too much. I don't mind my partner becoming complacent because that's just how I love. Again, that's my love language. I don't mind taking care of you. I don't mind picking up the bill, fitting the bill, putting a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm strong enough to know I'm not going to completely lose. I'm going to lose, and I have lost part of myself, but I'm not going to completely all the way 100% lose me. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'll lose some spare time or whatever, and I may get sidetracked from reality, but I'm not gonna lose reality. You know what I mean? I don't mind telling my homegirl like, yo, this week, babe, week, I got you next week. I'ma balance it out, and I'm okay with that. But some people get lost in translation.
Some people do, but as far as like what you're saying, I don't feel like nothing wrong with somebody. I don't feel like that's over loving when you just loving on your partner that way. Even if you do stop doing shit with other motherfuckers, like shit. When I was doing shit with y'all, I was single.
I mean, let's keep it bad. I would keep it bad, right? This from a whole different perspective, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like that's over loving, but one thing it is, like you said in the beginning, is boundaries. It's levels to this shit.
There's levels to this shit. You're gonna give someone something that's gonna cost you a piece of you. Are you willing to lose that piece of you to satisfy them and keep them happy? That's the ultimate question. You're gonna give someone something that you're not gonna be able to get back.
Right there.
100. Are you capable of losing that and being okay with that? If you
work it. If you work it.
Proceed.
If you work it.
Listen, two sides to a coin, right? One side has the person that'll walk away. The other side has the person that wants the 50-year relationship. Which side of the coin you want?
What? No, I was about to say, What if overloving isn't just about your significant other? What if you overlove your family or friends?
You can do that. You can definitely do that.
I
That's
felt like I
crazy because
have
Asia just
overloved. I have
Or
put
you can do
myself
that.
in a fucked up predicament for someone that I fought for a relationship all my life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like, okay, it don't gotta be just about a significant other. It can be, you can overlove anybody or anything.
100.
That's crazy and ironic because Asia just hit that. She says, trying to love my family too much caused me to stop loving myself fully. Increasing self-care and healthy boundaries help me love them better now.
Right.
That's real.
Right.
You can
Wow.
overlove
I had
someone.
that, yeah. I'm like, okay, stop blocking out the love and just
Yeah.
make it ain't just about your partner. It could be anybody, anything.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could. Yo, I was the dummy. Oh boy, I love the family. To dumb default.
Yeah.
We ain't even touch on that one. But yeah,
Loving
you
your
could
family can be
definitely.
worse than overloving your partner sometimes. Like,
I think it is worse than loving your partner because
yeah.
family, you kind of like bound by unwritten loyalty to your family. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
it's your family. And I don't care how you feel, good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, you're supposed to ride with a shower. You know what I'm saying? Unless
Right.
they do some crazy shit. But, other than that, if they on it, then you got to be on it with them. Because that's your family. That's the
Right.
rule anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
How
yeah.
many times you gonna be done for your family? You done went to jail 8 times for spending a block, and these motherfuckers don't even put no money on your books.
You can't say nothing else. You couldn't go no other way. Just go that way. Yeah, God damn it.
Yeah. Everyone doesn't like your new
Yep.
boundaries, but they're going to have to deal with them. Either you deal with them or
Yeah.
shit, move on. Like, you know
Or
what I'm saying?
deuces.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's just some real stuff. Like, and it's hard with your family. Like, you know what I mean? When you set boundaries with them, they really don't like them, but they're needed. Especially
Man,
with
Yeah,
this,
they act
they're
like you
really
the
needed.
worst person in the world.
what?
But
Man,
another
listen.
consequence is you will stop looking for self growth. When you neglect your own self, you might lose several great educational or career opportunities along the way. And this will make you lose your individuality too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could want to, for instance, want to move to a new location. You know what I'm saying? And you think that it's good for you, but this person be like, "Nah, I don't want you to move there because it's too far away from me." And you don't move, and you lose that opportunity. And you knew that was something that was going to help you grow as an individual. This shit might have been closer to your job, closer to your kid's school, or whatever. And you decided because this person didn't want you to, because you love them that much. You put them before you and your self growth. Like, you will stop looking and be like, "Fuck it. You know what? You find me somewhere to stay." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit happened. It's
It
real.
does.
Like, you know what I mean?
It does.
This is
That's
real.
Yeah.
that new you dead yourself or that type of shit. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
bothered. I listen. Everybody know one thing about Kelvin Cliff Hardware the second. I do music. You ain't gonna stop it. And I don't care what you say. Get out my face or you stay. That's all you got. Because it ain't gonna never go away. I don't care how you feel. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna keep it a band, right? Some people think it's a hobby. Some people think it's a fad. I don't know what the fuck you think. I don't care what you fucking think. It's all you to think what the fuck you want to think. Everybody got an asshole. It's cool. What I'm saying is this. If you see somebody doing something that is bringing them happiness and fulfilling them and making them feel like they doing something, don't knock it in no kind of way. Support it. Especially if you're on the same side as you say. If you're on this side, support it. No, it might not make money at this particular moment, but guess what? This moment can make money later. Because guess what? You got your ass up this morning and went to work and you ain't bring no mother goddamn money back in this goddamn door. So your work today is going to get you paid tomorrow, right? Yeah, okay then. Same here. So respect the game. My game is a little different than yours. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's about unconditional love is what we should be striving for. And unconditional love means if I fall down the steps and I break my hip and I walk with a little dip for the rest of my life, you still love me, bro. Regardless. If I call you bro every time we talk, it's okay. I call my daughters bro. What the fuck, bro? Fuck. Like, accept me for me and don't try to augment things that shouldn't be augmented, like my personality. Augment my defects. That's fair. I give you that. I know I have flaws and I might not see them. If you see them and you love me, I'm cool with the correction. But make sure the correction is fair. and acknowledge the correction. Give time for the correction to take place too. Don't ask for the correction, and if it don't go in 2 days, you want to go to the left with it. That's not fair, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even give time for the seed to grow, bro. You tripping. You know, that's my, my little piece.
Okay. I feel you. I get you. But the last consequence of loving someone too much is you feel depressed because of unsatisfied expectations. And it kind of related to the first one. Like when you're loving too much, it's natural to expect your partner to love and care for you in the same way. And when they don't reciprocate that feeling, when they don't go hard for you like you going hard for them, your feelings is going to be hurt. Because then you're going to be left wondering, like, are you using me or did you even love me? Like, you know what I mean? Because I've done all of these things for you. You have set yourself up for unsatisfied expectations. Just because you're doing all these things for your partner does not mean your partner has to do all those things for you. They may not be financially able to do so, emotionally able to do so, physically able to do so. So you're setting yourself up to be depressed and feeling unloved and unwanted. Like, so try to just love. And it's hard. It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? But you got to learn how to balance that shit out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't go so hard. Like, you meet somebody in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? If y'all starting in and it's 50-50, keep that shit 50-50. No matter how much you love them, like, keep the shit equal, even, fair, so you're not left feeling depressed and feeling like you're unloved and unwanted. And that's just the only advice, I can. I'm telling y'all, look at Miss J face.
No, my mic been muted because it was like something going on out here.
Oh, you on the beach? You good? The beach got a lot of activity on the beach. You know how the beach.
I'm telling y'all from experience, like.
It's the waves. The waves.
The waves, man. You're on the beach. You got singles.
Yeah. No, but I feel you. Yeah, that's why you gotta, like, it's these days, period. Like, it's like, it's crazy because when you come in a relationship, like you saying, 50-50, but sometimes you might get with somebody that don't got as much as you, and you might just love them for them. But then, like you said, like, do you get tired of that shit after a while? Like, are you gonna be better? You gonna still stay below, my nigga? Like, what's going on here? But you walked into this knowing how this person is.
Okay, so now check this out.
50-50 is 50-50 for me. It's 60-40, really.
Yes, and Chihuahua was definitely with the shit. Look, Chihuahua was with the shit. She's not good. No way.
Y'all wow.
On your
70-30, really.
She's like, telling you what it is. So let me ask you this, right? Now let's play devil's advocate with a real twist, right? Now we already played that side of the fence, right? Now here's the true nature of the totality of the whole shit, right? You could assume all you want, but the truth is this. Y'all both said it. We can't dictate how we get the love returned back to us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So instead of us going on the deep end, and I'm speaking for myself, because this is real shit. No sucker shit. I'm going to put real shit on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we irrationally jump to a conclusion because we only doing it based off how we feel. It's not a fact. Right? Give you an example. You can say someone doesn't love you because of this, or they're not doing this. And I'm a guilty person of this. So I'm speaking for myself and all company present. Clear me? Feel me? So this is the truth. I know a person loved the hell out of me without question. They have done things beyond the scope of understanding. They have done things they probably would never do for another man. You understand what I'm saying? I was down, 100% can say that person held me down. Will never lie and say that person. I'm talking about from the smallest things to the biggest things. If I wanted a bud, I had bud. If I wanted a beer, I had beer. If I wanted a car, she's going to make sure I had the car. That's 100. Yes, shit might transpire. You might not like what may transpire. But the reality is, sometimes you yourself, because you're emotionally charged up, can escalate something that really don't need to be escalated. Because the person that you're saying ain't showing you love, really been showing you love. They just showing you love the way they know how to show you love. And instead of you accepting that, you're mad at the fact that they're not showing you love the way you want to see it. So now you become selfish because you're mad at that person that's been showing you love, but you want to see it a different way. And I'm speaking truth. I'm guilty of it. 100.
Yeah, and that's in which
I
is
am
unfair.
So I say
When you
this.
want me to show you some type of love, that motherfuckers ain't even been showing you. The love I know how to give, the love that you done got the most out of motherfuckers. So, nigga, go get your own Modelo.
You dig me? So it's like, okay, well, damn, you know. So now you got to sit back and you got to rehash, replay, resort, and reconfigure some shit out. Because now you done jumped all the way out the window, you said some shit. You might even did some bonehead shit to go with the shit you said. And at the end of the day, when you sit back and play it all together, it ain't really all that big of a fucking difference.
Like you said with me, with somebody I fucked up with, it be fucked up because you had that and you ain't realized it till it was gone. And now you sitting around in a bitch that walked in with a Bud Ice instead of your Modelo. You looking crazy. You feel me? Like, no, it be like that. Now you don't even have the same type of love, and you wishing you had that motherfucker that you thought was the shit they was doing was so little, but it was really big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Y'all about to take me to church.
I mean, how about?
Now you in Springfield with your aunt sipping on Pat Rye, thinking that you.
Yeah, it's nitty.
I'm wrong, but no.
Life is great. I gotta have
like,
everybody
like,
drinking. I ain't got nothing. I feel like they all die out. You guys are sipping. I mean, tripping.
Yeah, Asia says finding the difference between the love you think you want and the love you really want. Yes, that's big. That's big. But you could be in a relationship with someone and you think everything is going great and you love them and you think that person loves you, and then for some reason, you know, it doesn't work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You grow from that situation because you'll and you overlove, you know that you did. Like you did too fucking much, you know what I mean? And all of these consequences was coupled up to the end of y'all's relationship. But what you find out is the love you think you want and the love you really want. You find out the love that you know that you want from that experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
but do it fuck up how you love someone next?
Yes.
No,
I don't know.
For me, it does.
Damn you.
Listen,
Damn you.
one day when I listen, I got some tea spit, baby. Listen, I told you on the message earlier. I told you like my past situation. I'm gonna leave out for right now because it's a fragile. It's a real recent touchy situation. But when I'm ready to discuss it, everybody will understand. Listen. It taught me how to love the next person the same way that I loved that person. You know what I'm saying? But with boundaries, like, you know what I mean? And to make sure that I go through the 4 stages of a relationship, to make sure it's solidified and it's good. Like, you know, I'm not going to not be me. I'm an overlover. I am. I'm the type of person that, like, if you come in and you doing 50-50, but I feel like I love you that much and I want to go above and beyond that to keep you like, fucking babe, keep your money in your pocket, I'm going to do that because I know I can. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you're okay with it,
you ain't going to go out the way and fuck yourself over doing so.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then my homegirls calling and everybody want to go on. I'm with babe right now. Like, you're going to have to wait. I will do that. I will do it again. I did it. I will do it again. I'm an overlover. You know what I'm saying? But I just know now that there has to be some boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Just choose and fuse. Just, you know, choose and fuse boundaries.
So the correct thing is not to put the boundary on the new person, but put the boundary on you. Because if you put the boundary on, you can't give someone else's respect. That's not fair. This new person ain't had nothing to do with Joe Blow's dumbass way. This new person could be the one. But if you put the boundary on him because you fumbled with the last round, then you stifling his potential to grow and be great. Because he gonna feel like he can't do good because she ain't gonna let him be great. So why should he even attempt anymore? What's the point? I want to
would
be great.
never hold somebody in my future accountable for the actions of my ex. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to do that. I learned
So let me
to
ask you this.
let go. Like this new person has nothing to do with the previous person whatsoever. It's a learning experience for me. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not going to change who I am and my love language just because somebody didn't receive it the way that it was supposed to be received. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? But it's just, the topic is real. There is a such thing as loving someone too much, and there are consequences to this shit. Are you able to move and navigate around the consequences so it doesn't impede your growth? So it doesn't impede your, you know what I'm saying, your reality. If you can do that, by all means, fucking over love. Don't change who you are. Don't switch the game up. I'm not going to do that for absolutely nobody. I'm not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to love the way that I love. I'm going to continue to love the way that I love. And listen, somebody going to love. You will find someone eventually that's going to love you for who you are and the way that you love without conviction. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to work. Like what Aaliyah said, dust yourself off and try again. If at first you don't succeed, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know?
100. That was dope. I like it.
Definitely releasing that trauma so the residue isn't so heavy. I believe that. And that's real. Yeah.
Huh?
Asia said definitely helping releasing that trauma so the residue isn't so heavy.
Okay, on the side note, right? I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm a little, whatever. So I thought she said, look, drink some of the beer so the residue won't be heavy. I was coughing. You get it?
Y'all microphones are
terrible.
I can't fucking take him seriously. We about to move on and end this motherfucking episode. He's crazy. Listen, we about to go into the dog house. We ending this episode with the doghouse show. So Spit actually implemented a new segment into our episode called the doghouse, where we put somebody on blast for doing some dog ass, dumb ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna speak on it and talk about it. And this week's dog that deserves to be in the doghouse is yours truly, Mr. Raymond Leon Scott, also known as Benzino. Okay,
Whoa.
if people don't know who he is, he was on Love and Hip Hop. He was an artist. Okay.
I can go help you further. He was also the owner and co-owner of The Source and Hip Hop Weekly magazine. He was also the creator of the legendary Source Awards. Yes, he has stain, but sometimes he don't have a brain. So this is why he is in the doghouse, because apparently things may be looking a little shaky over there, and they need some extra bakey over there. So, they do things that don't make sense, and they wrap people up in a falsehood, and they try to clean the lie up with another lie, and it just looks like more lies. 100. And then, you get the other guy, 50, you get 50 to see some stuff. You don't want 50 to see nothing. This is 100. You don't want him to see stuff.
Well, listen. Benzino is in a doghouse for me for stuff. And by the way, everyone, Miosha got disconnected. So we want to definitely thank her for being on the show tonight. It was amazing having her on. Y'all will definitely see and hear her on future episodes of EOE Radio and TV, A Love Affair. So watch out for her. You know what I mean? So everybody thank her. But the reason why Benzino is in the doghouse for me today is for a plethora. First off, the relationship that he has with his daughter, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that he is jealous of her because she took off more than he did. Like, she rose to fame faster than he did, is on top. And he can never get to where she is. And he this is my baby. He never wanted to support her her career professionally, which is beyond me. Like, you have all these connections in the industry, and this is your only daughter. You know what I'm saying? And you see that she's talented. Coi Leray is talented, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? If anybody don't know who she is, Google her. Don't sleep on her. Like, she's a very talented artist, and she's doing big things. But what he did was, she was to do a song with Nicki Minaj, and he leaked it. Like, it was okay. Like, and like, he did it on an accident. It wasn't an accident. He intentionally did it. He intentionally did it for clout, like, or whatever reason, like, he had going on, you know, that he wanted to do it. And so when he did that, there was some backlash, right? So 50 Cent took to social media, and he started airing out Benzino's dirty laundry, you know? So allegedly Benzino was caught, like, in 2020 with this transgender woman named Shauna. And 50 Cent put it out there, like, yo, he, you know what I'm saying, he gave bisexual whatever message to transgender women.
Man. You don't need 50 is the most pettiest nigga in the world. If he catch you, that nigga petty. You don't want to catch 50. Come on, man. Come on, Benzino.
Yeah. Yeah, he
did an interview on Vlad TV too. Did you see it?
We had some comments from Asia I didn't see. I'm sorry, Asia. She said, "What is this creative mind up to?" Oh yeah, right. Listen, he spit is on some stuff, so his creative mind wanted to do this doghouse. But anyway, yeah. So 50 Cent, he don't play, like, you know what I'm saying. He with the shits, right?
Yes.
And so he put Benzino out there with this woman, Shauna. She's a transgender woman.
Oh, it's a
Shauna.
woman.
And he allegedly was messaging her, and he claims that she was trying to rent out his restaurant, whatever, you know. But she had some conversations from him, and when 50 Cent found out that, like, you know, he did that dirty stuff to his daughter, he started airing it out, and then everybody started to share the video of him and his ex Althea when she had a man come to her house. And he wasn't happy about it, and he got arrested. And he's like, you know, this guy is trying to pull a gun out on me or whatever. So Benzino is so pissed off, right? He's like edging 50 Cent on for a boxing match, a fight. Like, he wants to fight him. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, 50 Cent will whoop your ass, bro. Like, you know.
He signed the contract. You saw him sign the contract. He signed the contract. Benzino signed the contract with the promoter dude, and they supposed to fight. He's
not fighting. He's not fighting 50 Cent. 50 Cent turned that shit down. 50 Cent, like, I'm not entertaining this shit. Like,
he's not supposed to. I mean, that's serious.
Guess who he's about to fight?
Who? Who?
Do you know who that is?
Is that the wrong part?
That is Aaron Carter.
The single Carter. Man, come on, Benzino, man.
Benzino is about to fight Aaron Carter, yo.
Man.
Listen, it says Benzino doesn't appear to have been able to lure 50 Cent into a boxing ring, so he's setting up the next best opponent. And apparently that's Aaron Carter.
The dude that used to sing, his brother sings or some shit.
Huh?
What, I mean, like, he was a kid singer, like a teen kid. Wasn't he a singer, the Backstreet Boy or some shit? His brother was or something? Oh, Jesus.
Listen, you cannot make this shit up, right? So he's going to fight Aaron Carter instead of 50 Cent.
I'm gonna say this.
That's this fight is going to be with.
This takes away Sticky Fingers fight. He did that dumbass shit on MTV. Remember when Sticky Fingers fought? They do it on MTV.
Yeah,
this is gonna take away that shit. This right here takes the fucking cake. Sticky Fingers.
But no, listen, back to why he's in the doghouse, yo. So he gets mad at 50, right? So 50 calls him out for playing his daughter. So he starts talking about the transgender woman Shauna shit or whatever. So Benzino gets mad and he takes to social media and he puts these posts up. He calls 50 Cent Rat Man. He says, "Hey, Rat Man, aka 59. I appreciate you putting my koi on, but does she know you and Stars ain't been seen eye to eye lately?" He wrote, "Well, I just got my hands on a federal lawsuit saying that the BMF name was not even yours. Like, you wasn't even allowed using it, and you didn't tell Meek and Stars about that. You fucking dummy." He calls him a dummy and everything. So after 50 Cent, after he challenged 50 Cent to a boxing match, after 50 Cent's talking about Shauna, 50 Cent reaches out to Coi Leray and was like, "Yo, do you want to do a show on TV?" Gives her a deal on TV. And Nicki Minaj responds like, Coi Leray responds like, "Yo, GFG, let's go." And Nicki Minaj responds, "King shit." So Benzino mad, like, you know what I'm saying? So then he come back with this. "You crossed the line with my kid, but that's okay. She'll have to live with the decision she made to go against her father to deal with the ops. Everyone who is a real person will recognize her disloyalty." This is about his own daughter.
Now hold on, because he said something on the Vlad interview too about somebody disrespecting his daughter, but it wasn't 50 though. It was
no, 50 didn't disrespect her. Like,
yeah,
he's mad at his daughter because his daughter got on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he giving her love.
Yeah, his daughter got on the Breakfast Club, and she said that after they lost the source, because you know he a branded source.
Yeah.
After they lost the source, she was 9 years old and they was broke. But she was very humble, and she wasn't dogging her dad, and she wasn't downgrading him. She wasn't talking negatively about him. She was just saying, like, she knows she didn't have. People were saying that she had a silver spoon in her mouth, and so when she came out, people wasn't respecting her. Like, "Oh, you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. You're Benzino's daughter."
Yeah.
So she was just trying to let them know, like, "No, that's not my life. When my dad lost the source, we was broke." He got mad about that. So he started dogging his daughter, and then he went and co-signed her and put her on in the industry. 50 ain't like that shit. He like, "You playing your own daughter." You know, so when 50 got wind of it, that's when he put the little transgender thing out there. And Benzino got mad and started calling 50 Rat Man and then talking about, "I want to fight you." You know what I'm saying? And talking about she don't play with people's kids. But this is why I put Benzino in the doghouse, because his shit hits home for me. So, you know, I live in Springfield, Ohio. There's an artist here. And when I tell you, she is such a humble and sweet person, and she go hard. She owned the first Black beauty supply store in the city ever, in this city. And this is a racist city that was big. You know what I'm saying? And she is a rapper. Her name is Ashley Cavitt. She's known by AC to MC. They have flew her out. She went to Florida for a show that Benzino was doing.
I saw that.
Yeah, for a show that he was doing. It was the I Put On For My City Artist Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So when she goes there, she go live. Like, all the events that she do, like, she got a camera person there, they go live and they showing everything. She went first place. And so first place, it was supposed to be whoever won first place was supposed to do a collab with Chris Brown. That was the prize. So she won. She never received anything. So she had to sue him. She filed a police report and everything and sued him. It was like, "I was lied to. I spent all this money to go to the showcase, whatever. I won first place prize. I didn't get anything." You know what I'm saying? So him and his crew, and I'm gonna share my screen out so you guys can see, like, what all. Hold on, let me see, because I can't see. Let me get my windows together. My Facebook.
So professional.
Yeah, so professional. So y'all look at this. So he has to do articles. So she puts up on her Facebook, like,
this is real shit. This is crazy. This is shit they got to tangled up with the lies and all of this shit. Hey, yeah, I think I'm doing.
You know, this is wrong. Hold on for 1 second. I think my screen actually went out. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, you had froze for a long second.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me it's something going on with this connection. So I'm gonna have to get it up. But anyways, I'm gonna keep talking while I fix it. So anyway, so she reached out to him and she tries to work everything out between him and Michael Mitchell. And they wasn't doing what they needed to do. So she had no choice but to file a lawsuit. So they went to Rich Nation Entertainment and they wrote a statement and said ACDMC is just one of the many artists who attended that I put on for my City Artist Showcase franchise, which is the biggest platform for independent recording artists. And that was on June the 12th of 2021. They're trying to say that she did not win the competition. And she did. Like, she won that. You know what I'm saying?
I think,
She
if
had
I'm not mistaken,
pictures.
she posted something, right? Didn't she post the truth?
Yeah, she posted everything. Like, everything is on her Facebook page, y'all. Y'all go friend on Facebook, Ashley Cavitt. It's ASHLEE. Last name Cavitt, CAVITT. She's AC to MC. She has everything. He went as far as saying that he wasn't even at the show. She had a picture, her and her dancers have a picture with him. Like, what you mean you wasn't at the show? They're messaging her in her inbox talking about whoever served us put the paper on the table, so they actually didn't serve us. They got the subpoena ripped up on the table, screenshotted it, sent it to her, calling her all kind of bitches and everything. The fact that y'all took a screenshot of the fucking subpoena, y'all was served, whether you know it or not, you fucking idiots. I don't care if y'all in the state of Florida. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still got served. Y'all have this ripped up document.
You touched it. Once you touched it, you've been served. Ding dong.
Exactly, you ripped it up. Like, are you for real with your stuff right now? Like, this is bullshit anyway. They're trying to say this other chick named Loki or whatever won first prize. They got her and all these other people coming to court in August. She's going to lose, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? Like, this is an independent artist. You know what I mean? Somebody coming up. And it's crazy because she's from my live city, not my home city, because, you know, I'm from the CO, the 614. But from where I'm residing now, like, and I'm like, it's just crazy. And I'm like, Benzino and Michael, like, on some shady shit like this. But it's karma. It's the universe working. If he played his daughter just in February, because that whole him coming out and Nicki Minaj, her video was just in February. If he would do that shady shit to his own child, nobody else got nothing common, you fucking dog. You belong in the doghouse. You're in the EOE Radio and TV doghouse, Benzino. Like, for sure. That's why 50 Cent called your ass out. I wish he would have gotten in that ring with you and split your shit. But you got to get your shit split by Aaron Carter. And it's okay. And you deserve all of it.
He's going to be embarrassed. His career is going to be nothing. It's going to be over. That guy's crazy. He's a fool. Sorry, man. But listen, man, you already know who I am. This is me, Sir Bars the Dog.
Yes. And that's where we at. So that is everyone. We want to thank you so much for watching our 4th episode of A Love Affair, discussing the topic, can you love someone too much? Yes, you can.
Yes.
Go over the consequences. There's consequences to this ish, but don't change you. If that's the type of person you are, that's your love language, by all means. You know what I mean? Just make sure you loving the right person too much.
100.
And it's all about boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And stay away from dog ass niggas like Benzino, period.
That's right.
Period. Yes. And we out. And we'll see y'all next week.
Hello.
Bye.